The thing is that Abraham had to leave his father's land. That's a parasha which is called Lech Lecha, which means go towards yourself.
Hello, Tony's the phone mode. Leave a message after the beep. Hello, babies. Well, I'm trying to talk to you. When would be the best time to call you again? It's your father. I love you.
Dad?
Is that Becky?
Yeah.
How are you?
Well, I'm struggling really.
I think I'm going to call you.
No, but there's no point, we'll just argue.
Oh.
Jewish stuff.
Got any change, please?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, for a clothes, why, you know when you be by
Oh,
myself.
right.
What you like?
Just a coffee, please.
Huh?
Coffee
Yeah.
with milk.
Yeah.
Lovely.
You don't want to eat?
No, just a coffee.
Where you
Yeah.
going upstairs? I got nobody,
Okay,
sorry.
I'll be here.
Yeah, I got nobody. I need by myself.
Okay.
Cafe au lait?
Yeah, it'd be lovely.
Do you want most cold orange juice?
The machine is broke. I don't know.
My father had a dream, and he took me for a journey.
Can't remember the first. I can't believe it. I can't remember the first sight of him. When I got off the boat, it was the usual complete nightmare of getting off the boat in Tangier. The following, tapping, pulling. I was a tourist, English middle class tourist. And I can remember him very vividly in the Casbah, rather romantically.
What I met is a smile. It was a very beautiful smile.
Well, he was very idealistic. We had to eat food in the market, not make a fuss.
To do with something beyond.
I knew he lived near the Mela because they were Jewish. She was so clearly a Jewish mother. He had a very kind of humble room, and it was full of flies. They crawled all over us. It was extraordinary. When we were making love, they crawled all over us.
Something to do with the world I did not know, but I was very attracted by.
Oh!
Before leaving Africa, he picked an egg from the tree and kept it under his armpit to keep it warm.
I was always traveling in a strange way. It was whether I didn't have a ticket. It was all. I always felt, that I was not so right. I felt illegal anyway. I always felt, and I still
So I had to
feel
go and pick Serge up, I think, to prove that I existed and that I had money and that I knew him and that he was okay. And I had my Coots checkbook and my middle-class voice, and it always worked.
I felt very foreign.
And at first, disapproving of my lifestyle.
Those people.
The colony room was a heaven, sort of
A
romantic
lot of drinking.
It had Mike Andrews's, where he painted on the wall. They looked lovely, and the people against his paintings.
Jokes, loud laughter.
He got on with Tim immediately. He began drinking, getting off with my girlfriends. He was
wandering down
more-
the street, and we come to the river, and we start crossing the bridge, and Charlotte's saying, I think she's so beautiful, I can't get over her. She was extremely
Who?
beautiful, right?
The bridge.
No, Charlotte. I'm already half in love with her, right? Okay, and I hardly know her. And halfway across the bridge, I say, oh, fuck. Let's just go for it. I want to jump off the bridge into the river and die. The guy says,
No.
It was almost irritating, you know.
I couldn't believe him. I said, why not? For God's sake, why? And I said, why not? And he says, certainly with pleasure.
A simple little pleasure.
And the egg fell out into my mother's Bloody Mary, and thus I was
Beautiful
conceived.
sort of bluey pink slippery thing peeing straight into the obstetrician's.
The rabbi said to me, the extraordinary thing about circumcision, it's only law which is imposed by the father to the child.
You're not circumcised.
Well, yes, I'm not circumcised. And that's why you're not circumcised too, I suppose.
But I've got that scar.
Yeah, well, that's kind of a funny story.
I was playing the sandpit. It was quite a posh park in Paris. There were no clean underpants because I was with my dad and not my mum, and so I had to wear trousers with no underpants, which I didn't like. My dad, to his horror, saw my little willy hanging out of my zip.
Is that telling me that I should have circumcised you since we were Jewish? Only people carrying on that memory are practicing Jews because
Carrying on of a memory.
very important. It's full of teaching.
Does not excuse putting onto other people's stuff.
They are not doing that. I mean,
What are those settlers
the
doing on
only
West
people,
Bank? What
the
are
on-
the settlers doing on the West Bank?
the West Bank people want to wipe out the Jews. Don't you know that? And they don't want to live what they already lived, the Jews. They remember. The other people forget. But they remember.
I screamed, and of course everyone heard.
The Jews have lived that for thousands of years. So I'm going to tell you now very clearly. In 1933, the Jewish family was asked, what do you do with your Judaism? Have you forgotten? And they said, we are French, Republican French, we don't care about our Jewishness.
That's not what I'm talking about.
No, I'm talking about my family, which is your family.
Got any change, please?
Maybe. I'll see.
In my own story, I realized that I was Abraham.
Aren't all fathers Abraham?
Well, then you are touching a very important point.